Stampers, happy Wednesday. Oh, we are gonna make a fun card today called I'm calling it an open fold card. And as always, there will be a free tutorial on my website, stampinqueenbee.com. And I also will email it out to all of my email subscribers. So make sure that you click on that and subscribe so you get our weekly buzz bulletin with all the fun info. Well, today is an exciting day because our new mini catalog, our September to December 2023 mini catalog launches today. There are so many fun holiday goodies inside and all year goodies inside. You are going to love it. And today we're going to be featuring one of my most favorite things that is in this catalog. It's kind of hidden, so I'll have to share with you where that is. It's going to be on the inside. We're going to flip all the way to page 63. And we're going to be using these Deckled circle dies. So you know we have the Deckled rectangles. Well, our Deckled circles are new. And let me just show you how fabulous they are. So we're going to be using them today in our card. But it comes with 14 of these Deckled circles. And so you can see they kind of give this deckled jagged edge to our circles. So we're going to be using the 4th and 5th from the smallest of our Deckled circles today. We're going to be using our Around the Bend stamp set. I love the dots in here and I love the sentiments. So we're going to be using those today. And then we're going to be featuring some of our designer series paper from our delightfully eclectic set. I love the lemons since we're kind of ending our summer here. Just had Labor Day here in the US, so since we're using that, we're gonna finish out our summer with some fun lemons today. So we will get started here on our card. I'm calling it an open fold card because it kind of is open, right, on the side, and it gives kind of that little peekaboo of whatever is underneath, right? So we are gonna be doing that today. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in our paper trimmer and let's cut our card base. So this is a full sheet, 8.5 by 11. And what we're gonna do with this sheet is we are actually going to cut it at 4 1/4. Move my score blade out. So we're gonna cut it down at 4 1/4. And remember, all these measurements will be in our weekly buzz bulletin and also on my website, stampinqueenbee.com. So then we're gonna score this at 5 1/2. Score this at 5 1/2. And so we're gonna be left with our card base here. So we'll put that aside. And while we have our paper trimmer out, I've already cut our inside layer for us, but we're gonna go ahead and cut our designer series paper. So this one is so beautiful, right? We have our daisies. So that was kind of our first example here that we used. And on the back side of it is these beautiful lemons. So that's what we're gonna do today. So this one, we're gonna go ahead and cut this at, let me flip that around, at 4 1/4. At 4 1/4 by 4. 4 1/4 by 4. So this one is directional, so I had to think how I was gonna put that on there. So 4 1/4 by 4 for this piece. And then we're gonna take another piece of this and we're gonna cut this one at 1 1/4 inches. If it's a non-directional paper, it doesn't matter which way you do this, but 1 1/4 inches the way we want it to show. And then we're gonna cut that one by 4. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces here. We'll set that aside. And so we've got everything cut here. Let's bring in some of our tools. So we are gonna first fold our card base here, just right in half, and we'll go ahead and burnish the ends. We do this so that it gives us a good fold so our card doesn't lay open. Just gives us that nice flat fold. Okay, so while I have my paper trimmer here to the side, we're going to actually take our card base now that we've scored it, and this piece here, we're gonna actually cut off 1 inch. So we'll just go ahead and cut off 1 inch from that top piece. So now we kind of have that open fold area. Okay, so now let's do some adhering here. So we're first gonna take our liquid glue here, and we are going to adhere with our glue this first piece to our inside layer. So just add a bit of green glue, probably got even a little too much there. And we're going to go ahead and adhere this to the right side of our inside card layer. And so I usually just stick it on and then kind of push it down so that it's even with that edge. Then we're gonna go ahead and adhere this piece to the inside of our card base. There we go. We'll open this up and center this right on that inside piece. Perfect. So now it kind of peekaboos through that opening, right? You can write your message right in the middle there. Then we'll go ahead and adhere our other piece. And if you picked 2 designer series papers that went, you could even have them like this, right? To have 2 designs through. For today's, we're just gonna have the same design kind of flowing through. So we'll go ahead and adhere this to the front. There we go. And we'll just center that right on this piece. There we go. So now we have our card base and our inside layers. Okay, so we'll set that aside here for a second. Now I've taken those brand new Deckled circle dies, and we've used the 4th and 5th ones from the smallest, 4th and 5th ones from the smallest. So I already pre-cut those for you. So look at how beautiful these Deckled circles are. So we're using crushed curry today and our basic white. And we're gonna take our basic white and we're gonna do some stamping now. So from our Around the Bend stamp set, we're gonna start with our hello there, and then we're gonna use our dots. So for our hello there, we're gonna use our crushed curry ink. We're gonna go ahead and ink that up with our hello there. And we'll just go ahead and stamp that right in the middle of our Deckled circle. We're gonna close up our crushed curry. And our petal pink is in this beautiful paper. So we're gonna use our petaled pink for these dots. Love these polka dots. And so we're just gonna stamp these kind of around our sentiment here. We're just gonna kind of stamp them off the page a bit, turning our stamp. So we just kind of get that decorative look around our sentiment. Kind of pulls in all those colors. So we'll go ahead and set those to the side. We'll bring back in our liquid glue here. We'll go ahead and adhere that right in the center. Perfect. And then we're gonna bring in some of our Stampin' Dimensionals to raise this up a bit. So we'll put some of those just right on the back. I like it to be real solid, so I like to put them all over there. Don't want no saggy middle of our sentiment here. So I just take off those backings And we'll center that right in the middle here. Okay, so there we have the basics of our card. And on this one, I actually used our white sequins, but on our lemon card here, we're gonna bring in some of our basic jewels, our rhinestone basic jewels. I love the bling. I think these totally go with really any card, right? So let's put a few of these just all around. There we go. So now we've got our hello there, open fold, peekaboo card. All right, well, thanks so much for watching today. Thanks so much for sharing this with your friends, for liking, subscribing. Don't forget, you don't want to miss out on our weekly Buzz Bulletin if you aren't already subscribed. And you can find today's tutorial on our website at stampinqueenbee.com. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.